from our 7 Tasmania studios. Your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
The last remaining Jackie Lambie State MP won't sign a new confidence and supply deal with the Rockcliffe government. Andrew Jenner says it's because of a lack of transparency around funding electoral commitments. The shock announcement overshadowing a day where the government was upbeat, unveiling the state's newest school.
The Liberals showing off the latest $74 million build. A new Brighton school ready and waiting for 600 students to start next year.
This is the first time in decades that Tasmania has seen a brand new high school, and the thought that's gone into it is quite exceptional.
It'll offer ways to nurture children living with learning disabilities.
So there's a lot of sensory filtering, so from the sound dampening qualities of the wall coverings to the types of light.
While the government was looking to develop the state's future generations, there was a political move brewing from the Jackie Lambie network, issuing a statement saying MP Andrew Jenner will not be entering into a new confidence and supply deal with the Rockcliffe government. Mr Jenner won't sign because the Premier refused to support Labor's plan to end pork barrelling during election campaigns, claiming if the government wants to throw around taxpayer money, it needs to be spent in a way that benefits all Tasmanians, not just Liberal voters.
But if it was good policy, these grants would be issued right throughout the government period, not 6 weeks just before an election.
The Premier caught off guard, believing he had had a verbal commitment of confidence and supply from Mr Jenner.
Andrew will do what Andrew does in terms of representing his constituencies. Look, it's not about power, it's about working together.
I said that I would verbally give them an agreement, but I will vote on everything on its merits.
The stance potentially destabilising a rocky government ahead of Parliament returning tomorrow. Lily Thompson, 7 Tasmanian News.
Environmental activists have staged a dramatic protest outside the Premier's office, calling on the government to pull the plug on the PEDA amidst growing tension with Hydro, which plans to reinforce high-risk dams. Campaigners claim restoration is a must.
Not just ecologically to absolutely restore the peatlands and the rivers of the southwest, but it's critical for Tasmania's future.
The Greens also on board, saying the dams have major ecological impacts.
On wilderness, the impacts on local species and the flora and fauna of the area. It's very concerning that the government isn't prioritising our most precious asset.
The state government says Lake PEDA is vital for Hydro Tasmania's renewable energy infrastructure, and decommissioning the dam would be an economic and environmental tragedy. Construction of a new sporting facility in North Chigwell has suffered a big setback after thieves snatched thousands of dollars worth of cable and supplies. The brazen act all captured on CCTV.
5 a.m. at a Chigwell construction site. A pair of hooded thieves eye off thousands of dollars worth of building equipment. The group casually strolling off with lumber on their shoulders.
I think this is an appalling thing for a community to have to suffer. The Metro is a fantastic club that does so much community work.
Over 100 metres of cable also snatched from the site.
A very big job. Someone must have seen this. And also they must know of someone trying to get rid of this cabling.
The thefts costing the construction company thousands of dollars and causing major delays in the Metro Football Club's multi-million-dollar development.
Puts us behind because we've got to reorder, we've got to wait for supplies.
This is desperately needed community sporting infrastructure that has a particular value for the young people and the kids of the local community.
The federal government is splashing $12.8 million, the largest single investment in football in Tasmania. The upgrade's set to be a major game changer for the community, boasting 5 separate pitches, new lighting, change rooms, a function centre, spectator stands and parking.
This is for the community, so fests like this it affects everyone. It's more delays on a project that has already been like a long time in the making.
And it's not the first time the club's been targeted. The site's been hit twice before with other thefts not reported, according to police.
They're targeting things that they think they can get money for.
Police are appealing to the public to help track them down. Rebecca Gaidaneros at 7 Tasmania News.
More than $1,000 worth of trees have been ripped up by thieves in Granton Park north of Hobart. 12 fully established conifers were planted at the site as part of a beautification project. Mayor Michelle Dracoulis has slammed the act, saying the trees can't be replanted due to damage to the roots. Anyone with information is being urged to contact police. Tasmania is currently battling a whooping cough outbreak, with notifications of the disease soaring. The Health Department has warned people, especially the vulnerable, to remain vigilant and stay at home if infectious.
Preventing the spread of a contagious disease. Last year, notifications for whooping cough were just 12. This year, they've reached 280.
And as we're more aware about it, we're testing more for it. So it doesn't come up on the standard test. So you've got to have your eye out looking for it, and we certainly are aware about it a lot more this year as GPs.
Infants younger than 6 months are at highest risk of whooping cough.
So at the moment, most of our infections, about 70% of those, are occurring in children between 5 and 17 years of age. But those who are most at risk of severe disease and those that we really want to protect are those children under 6 months.
Experts say vaccination, which lasts 10 years, is still the best defence against the disease.
So definitely pregnant ladies, making sure they get their whooping cough vaccination. That's funded by the government. But anyone that's coming into contact with little people, making sure they've got their immunisations up to date as well.
For those who already have the disease, experts also say antibiotics in some cases can help stem the respiratory illness.
Most people will hear clear whooping cough without antibiotics, but it's a good idea if you're early in the illness and been in contact to have some antibiotics. But after a few weeks, they're ineffective and people are stuck with a cough for around 3 months.
At the moment, because there has been such a surge in cases, there is some shortages of antibiotics.
The advice to those infected: stay home and don't spread the disease through the community. Melinda Ogden, 7 Tasmania News.
Environment Tasmania claims oxygen levels within Macquarie Harbor still remain in the red zone. The group says while improvements have been seen within the northwest section of the harbour, low oxygen remains an issue in the southeast, which sits in a World Heritage area. The harbour is a Maugean skate habitat.
Will Magnay might have missed a medal in Paris, but he's made up for it with the Jackies, winning their bronze medal match at the Intercontinental Cup. It's difficult to break away from the Lebanese opponents Al Riyadi. Scores were locked in the final minute when Anthony Drimmick came through with a three-pointer. Jordan Crawford locking it in from the free throw line.
We got a season coming up. This is a great way to prepare for that. NBL is a great league, and this is a great stepping stone for us.
There's no time to rest. They open the NBL season with a championship rematch against Melbourne this Thursday in Perth. But first, doctors will assess Sean McDonald in Perth after going down with a leg injury last night. Lauderdale's relishing their underdog tag heading into Saturday's TSL decider. Aiming to be the first side to beat North Launceston this year, the club boasting 10 members in TSL's Team of the Year. With the curtain about to close on the final TSL season, the last Team of the Year is locked in. Unsurprisingly, powerhouse North Launceston features heavily, including coach Adrian Smith and captain Brad Cox-Goodger, who makes the list for a record-equalling 10th time. Lauderdale ruck Andrew Phillips makes his first appearance in the team alongside teammate Nat Franklin.
Yeah, incredibly proud for that moment for me and obviously Natta as well, so yeah, stoked.
There's no time for celebrations though, either for the Team of the Year honours or Saturday's nail-biting one-point preliminary final win over Clarence.
One part of it's incredible relief because, to make it this far, but on the other side of that, job's not nearly done either.
While the odds are definitely in the Northern Bombers' favour for the TSL decider, the Southern Bombers have nothing to lose and they'll be using that to their advantage.
I think the underdog sort of label suits us a little bit, coming up there against them with that, like you said, nothing to lose mentality, and if we can, harbour that, and I reckon that'll favour us massively.
Meanwhile, the Northwest Football League's awards night, Wynyard's Callum Kubicki won his second Darryl Baldcock medal, and clubmate Olivia Smith the women's best and fairest for the second year running.
The competition's just growing and growing, and it just goes to show Circular Head coming into it, and hopefully East Dev next year. Yeah, it's just the competition's increasing, so yeah, I'm honoured to be up here.
For the second time in his short career, Launceston boxer Dan the Engine Hill is the Australian super welterweight champion, overcoming a spirited effort from Queensland Lewis Chadwick to win the bout by unanimous decision. The win takes his career record to 7-1. Wynyard's Kyron Bacon has claimed this year's Australian Off-Road Championship, the E1 class, coming down to the final race in Nowra, which Kyron won, handing him his second AORC title and marking a big comeback from a nasty broken femur last year. He's not the only Tasmanian making a podium appearance. Fellow Northwester Jonty Reinders winning both of his races to finish second in the E2.
Good evening. Hobart and Burnie 15, 17 in Launceston and 16 for Devonport, with minimum temperatures near average today. Low Head reached 16, 15 at Flinders Island, King Island, Smithton, St Helens, Friendly Beaches and Bushy Park all 14, Grove and Strawn 13, 11 the high on Maria Island and 7 at Lyweni. We observed cloudy skies about the west. High-level cloud moved quickly over the state from the southwest. A mid to high-level cloud band is seen passing over the northwest, approaching Tasmania from the southwest. Tomorrow, a high will approach southeastern Australia as a ridge extends over southern WA. Westerly swells reaching up to 35 knots about the south in the morning. Southwesterly swells building up to 5.5 metres. A gale warning has been issued for coastal waters between Tasman Island to Lorocki Point. A strong wind warning is in place for all remaining waters to include the Channel and the Southwest Lakes. No change to that flood warning that remains for the Huon River. Grey skies in Hobart tomorrow, 14 and cloudy also in Adventure Bay with winds picking up there. 9 and showers for Tarraleah. Grey skies and 14 for both Launceston and Devonport. Windy with possible showers in Bridport. 13's the high. Burnie possible showers 13. Showers in Strawn also 13. Wet and windy in Marrawar with 12 degrees. A bit of cloud for both St Helens and Swansea 15. 14 and very windy on Whitemark. And as we approach midweek, we can expect showers on Wednesday about the west and north, extending statewide with possible thunderstorms about the southwest. Snow will fall to 600 metres. Thursday, showers continue about the west and north, with little reaching the east coast. Snow to the 500 metre mark. And on Friday, showers about the west, far south and Bass Strait Islands, extending statewide in the afternoon. Snowy conditions aren't done yet. They'll fall to 800 metres. Looking now to mainland conditions tomorrow. 19 in Canberra and Adelaide, fine and sunny in Perth, showery across Darwin and Cairns. Currently this Monday evening, Hobart, mostly cloudy 9 degrees, cloudy also in Launceston and also in Devonport. And that is all on the weather front for now, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. We'll see you tomorrow.
Currently this Monday evening, Hobart, mostly cloudy 9 degrees, cloudy also in Launceston and also in Devonport. And that is all on the weather front for now, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Kyle. We'll see you tomorrow.